Happy Monday. I'm lying in bed reading my Kindle because I need to finish this book. Like, it's one of my favorite series, but also this book is dragging. And I really want to switch over to like a different genre, a different book or something, so I need it to finish. I'm not that sore today, which is pretty nice. If you didn't know, I ran a marathon yesterday, so last week's vlog has it. And yeah, I'm at home today. I'm gonna be reading a ton, editing last week's vlog, and doing a bit of my admin work that I usually do. And I also want to start a Substack today of my marathon experience, pre-marathon experience, post-marathon experience, all of it, and then have it posted on like probably Thursday or something. It's 4:20 and I did not do anything that I said I was gonna do earlier today. I ended up falling asleep until like 1, like on and off, but falling asleep until like 1. I don't know what it was. I was just tired. I think it was partly my body's way of recovering, because my body doesn't really hurt. Like, it didn't really hurt when I woke up this morning, a little bit, but now it hurts way less. So I think it's just my body's way of recovering, just sleeping it off. But when I woke up, I continued my read of Murder at King's Crossing by Andrea Penrose. It's the 8th book in the Rexford and Sloane series. Probably my least favorite so far. I don't know. I have like 150 pages or so left, 130 pages, something like that left over this. So I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I'm continue reading today, but I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Then I picked up my audiobook for When in Rome by Sarah Adams, because I want to get through more of my physical TBR, and I don't own this as a physical copy, so it doesn't count, but I do own this, so I'm listening to it. And I don't know why I got this ever, because anytime I find out that any of the characters are celebrities of any type, I'm like, yuck, ew, go away. So clearly I didn't know that when I was grabbing this. Did not really like the start. At like 5%, I was like, should I just DNF this? But I'm 17% of the way through now. It's 52 pages in. And it's a much easier listen. So we'll see. I'm not expecting anything grand from this, but we'll see. And there'll be another book off my physical TBR. And then again, if I don't enjoy it, it just gets added to that pile that I still haven't gotten rid of, to either sell or put into a little free library or something. I also started a little list of all the books that I've read that I don't own that I want to own, because there are books that I've read that I don't own that I don't want to own, so that there's like 60 books on that list, so that whenever I'm in the mood to buy books, I'll buy those instead of brand new books. And then as I read my physical TBR, I can slowly be like unhaul or keep, so that it's always books that I want. Because my thing is, books that I own don't have to be 5-star, they don't have to be 4-star reads. Sometimes I keep like 2-star reads, but like, I don't know, it's a feeling that I end up getting. Do I want to keep it or not? Like this, I might end up wanting to keep even if I don't enjoy it. We'll see. But yeah, all I've done is read today. I've not done any work. My brother, who has the biggest closet, decided he wanted everybody's things out of his closet because we use it as like semi-storage. So we took stuff out. Mind you, I already had some stuff here because we gave back our storage unit a week ago. So now my room is basically a storage unit until I get another storage unit to put my stuff away in. So this is storage, more crap. It's just all storage, and this is stuff I'm getting rid of. Not this, but this is stuff I'm getting rid of. And then low-key, I want to get rid of this. Like, I don't want to get rid of my shelves, but it takes up so much space in this room, but there's literally nowhere else I would be able to put it. I literally cannot wait to have my own place, just so I can have a library office space where everything is away, and I could just have a normal bedroom with just a bed and nightstands in it. That's all I want. Happy Tuesday. It is, what time is it? 5:20, and I've been at the studio for a while. I got here at like 2. I had a sports massage booked at 3 o'clock at Ole Hendrickson, which was pretty good. As someone who does not like massages, I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and it did help with my recovery from my marathon. If you want to know more about my marathon, check out my last vlog. But yeah, it did help. I wasn't that sore to begin with, so it's not a grand difference, but it did help. But I spent the morning at the coffee shop. I got through 3 scenes, and all 3 of them were brand new writing scenes. So super proud about that. I was super excited about that. And then I started technically the 14th, but I only wrote a paragraph, so I'm not gonna count it. It was like 150, 160 words. But yeah, I did that. And then I read, it's over there. I read The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. I was in that coffee shop. I just got embarrassing. So that one, I'm telling you, these are horror. Like, I can understand why it's classified as a horror, but I was laughing. That shit was funny. But I did that, and then I had a little bit of time to kill before my sister-in-law picked me up, because we were gonna come here. She stayed here to get some work done. I went to my massage. I came back, and then I just did some stuff on my laptop. And then I did my recap video for the marathon because I hadn't filmed it yet. So later tonight, I can actually edit that video. And then I teach in like half an hour. So it's weird. I only skipped 2 days of my teachings, on Saturday and on Monday, but it feels like I haven't taught in weeks. Like, it feels, I don't know, it feels weird. Happy Wednesday and welcome to the mess that is my bedroom currently, because it's being used as a storage space currently until I have like a storage set up in order to put all this stuff in. All of my stuff is in my room. Anyway, it's 11:30. I just did my real estate meeting on Zoom because I didn't go into the office today. And then before that, I edited the vlog for last week with my marathon in it. So that's uploading right now. But I wanted to go over this. So when we were going over my stuff, this is my first laptop that I got 8th grade graduation. I used it all throughout high school, and now it does not turn on anymore, the screen. I think the laptop itself works, but the screen doesn't turn on. And I've taken it places and they're like, it would cost you more to fix the screen than to get a new laptop, so we just didn't fix it. But that means I just like to keep it. It's like nostalgia. And then 3 different calculators from all the different maths that I took. And then also, I've been looking for this. I bought this. I think I bought this when Moth came out. Yeah, I think that's when I bought this. Hello, favorite darling. Oh, I love it. I've been looking for this because I wanted my book thing so that I could take my books with me without ruining them. That was me as a child. Oh. Anyway, found that. Found some of my AP books to study with. That's not what I wanted to go over. Then I found this. I hadn't realized that I had this. So now I might have duplicates of some of my DVDs. I'm not sure. Also, this is my first CD. I was so excited when I saw this in this thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I still have it. I don't know what this is. And then this is a video of maybe my last, I don't remember which dance recital, but when I did Latin Ballroom, that's me there. We have Matilda, the play. I'm trying to remember where I got these, and I can't. And then we have The Outsiders. Are these new or old? I actually can't remember. The Princess Bride 30th edition. What is this? 4 Brothers. I don't know. An Empty Case. Think Like a Man. Why do I have this? Anyway. Coach Carter. I do remember grabbing this, but again, I don't remember when. I must have gotten these at a Little Free Library or something. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I know I have duplicate copies of this because I know I have another one in that pile. But I'm okay with it. The Parent Trap. Some of these I might still have duplicate copies of. She's the Man. Safe Haven. Yeah, I've seen this movie. So I'd be like, I don't even think I've seen this. Breaking Dawn Part 2. I have the entire collection for Twilight. Well, now I have 2 Breaking Dawn Part 2. Matilda, the actual movie. Bad Boys. Oh, Bad Boys 2. Where did I get these? I don't know. Don't ask me questions like that. Some more Minion thing. Again, there's no way this one's mine. But whatever. It's in my pile. What is this? The Notebook. Do I now have 2 copies of this too? I don't want 2 copies. I actually don't really like this movie. I want to have it as like, because it's a classic, but what is this? The Dukes of Hazzard. We love this as, is this the right Dukes of Hazzard though? Because there's different Dukes of Hazzards. I don't remember which one it was, but we loved one of them when we were kids. Crazy Stupid Love is a great movie. How Did the Grinch Stole Christmas? The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I've only seen this movie once. I don't know why I have it. It was alright. 21 Jump Street again. Why do I have some of these? Last 3. Alice in Wonderland. Phantom of the Opera I've actually never seen. And I also haven't read it yet. So I do want to read this book. And then I'll watch the movie. And The Little Rascals. Anyway, I just wanted to go over it because I found this and I was like, oh. Apparently I had started my DVD collection sooner than I had thought. But yeah, I cannot wait until I move out and I can have one room for my books, my library, and then I have like a DVD section and like just have everything where it's meant to be, not just in storage or like cluttering my room. Oh, I can't wait to just have a bedroom that's just a bedroom. Hello, I'm at the studio. It's almost 2 p.m. I came here with my sister-in-law because she wanted to practice some Pilates on me because she's still on her certification. But she's in the Equinox certification. So they're very annoyingly strict about certain things. And they're annoyingly wrong about certain things. Like, headrest up all the time? I think not. But whatever, we were going through it and she has to do it the way they say because she'll like flunk their tests if she doesn't do it the way they say. So we were doing it. It was a pretty good time. So I got like a 30-minute workout in, which is pretty cool because Wednesdays are the days that I want to do Pilates for my splits. So got that done. Thursdays are actually the days I want to do my runs, but my toes are still a little injured. I'm not supposed to be wearing open closed-toe shoes, so I don't think that's gonna be happening this week. And then next week I go to Boston, so my split will officially start the week after. But I didn't end up doing any of my admin work on Monday like I usually do, so I'm gonna do it today while we're here. And then I don't know, I might get some writing done. I feel like I haven't been properly updating on the scenes and stuff. So the 3 scenes that I got done yesterday were all 3 brand new scenes. One of them, our main male character, he does a lot of things, but one of the things he does, he's a blacksmith, so he works in a smithy. So you get a POV of him in the smithy, like working and internally monologuing the things that had happened right before this scene, and basically thinking about the other characters and thinking about the girls that he's brought into their lives, specifically because these girls were slaves at one point. So he's like, there's a lot of oh shit going on in that scene. I love it. The next 2 scenes are both from the female main character's POV. They're kind of technically one scene because they go off of each other, but I did split them in 2 scenes because like it ends with her in like the armchair in her office, and then it starts with her outside. So like 2 scenes. But the first scene is her going through these books that she's meant to be translating, and now she's starting to get a clearer idea of like why she's needed here and which books could come in handy and what could be useful and all of that stuff. And then the second one from her POV is her walking over to the smithy. She doesn't know that he's a blacksmith, so she doesn't know she's walking over to him. So she walks in, and it's, you know, a romantic, non-romantic scene. Like, it's not romantic in the sense that like overtly so, but I feel like the romance in this book is very much the hand scene in Pride and Prejudice 2005, not on purpose, but like subtle. Like, it's very subtle. It's very like those little moments are the things that you get giddy over. So I'm just saying. And you learned a lot more about, so they're on what is called the holy grounds. There's multiple holy grounds in this world. They're on one of them, and so you start to learn a little bit more about what the government's type of on the holy ground, in the sense that it's not socialist, you know, because I feel like it, like, you start to assume that at the beginning, because you're like, oh, everybody in the holy grounds kind of works and they just commune it all together. No, that happens, sure, but like, it's still a regular society, like everything off the holy grounds. So you start to get a little bit into that. And then the next 3 scenes actually are all edits. So you're gonna get more of Tali, our main female character, going to like this one thing that kind of like Catalysts does it. Anyway, doing that. You get Gwen, one of her best friends. You get her POV and like her situation and how she came to be a slave and how she got mixed up with Tali and stuff. And then it's Tali showing Locke something that she found, but I feel like it might be too soon for that still. So we might have, because everything after that plays into that scene. So if it's too soon for that, that means there's stuff missing in between chapters 14 and 15. It doesn't mean I have to move chapter 15. So we'll see. We'll play around with it. And then I still have not written chapter 7 and 9. 7 is those 2 scenes that I added a few weeks ago. Where one of them is a really sad scene and the other one is more like political. It's him meeting with a bunch of groups. And then chapter 9 is from a completely different POV. And you're kind of getting their perspective. You don't get that perspective a lot, but you're kind of getting that perspective of like what that environment's like. But yeah, I might work on this today. I might not. It's 2 o'clock. I think I want to spend a good 2, maybe a little bit more on this. And I still want to go and get something to eat because I didn't bring lunch with me because I'm dumb. So, it's like 4 p.m. I did not end up doing very much more work, but I did go on to my income tracker and I realized I have not been, because I've been tracking it on a different sheet, but like my official income tracker, I've not been tracking it at all in 2025. So I went through and I applied every single one for 2025 and it matched the one that I already had going. So I know I got all the numbers, but since I was doing that, I went back to my 2025 finance sheet just because I like to track stuff. And I was looking through it and then I was like, let me start making the 2026 one, because every year I basically make a slightly different one because every year the way I want to use it changes a little bit. So for this coming year, because I work in different fields and all of them are like self-employed, I have to save my own taxes and all that stuff. So now I'm making a different sheet that's like all of the tax accounts on, like, for real estate, I save this much in taxes. For Pilates, I save this much in taxes. And then next to it, I'm putting all of the expense. I'm actually going to show you. So basically, I just started it here on, like, real estate. I save this much in taxes so that by the end of it, I know how much I saved. And then I don't have anything right now because I haven't started making money in real estate yet. But let's say I had like $300 already. And then whatever I made, we'll just end it there. I will also be putting here in like probably January, February, March, somewhere around here, whenever I do taxes, how much I paid or I got back. So that will all go here. And then right beside it, I did the expense thing to see how much I would spend. This one is the one I already used for my books, so like that one was easy to fill out. I need to go through and actually check what else I might have here. On Pilates, I'm not really sure what else I would have. But yeah, I just started this. And then I like to do my tracking based on quarter just because I don't like having each one have its individual. I feel like it's too much. But before I had this basically on top and then the tracking on the bottom, so they weren't next to each other. Now they're next to each other. So you could see something here and then it'll apply here. And I shouldn't need more than this much, but if I do. And this will not count any like savings or anything. This will just be for actual spending. Happy Thursday. I stayed home today, did some of my admin work, and then started cleaning my room, which it doesn't look clean, but it's clean, I promise. We put all the stuff that's going to storage right there. The books that I'm either selling or getting rid of right there. My bed is a mess. That's why it doesn't look clean. Also, my bed sheets ripped, like, completely, so I had to order some new ones there, and I ordered a 2-pack, so I finally have extras. But yeah, we're doing that, and I just got some mail, so we're gonna open it, because I don't know what this is. Like, I have ideas of, like, what it could be, but I don't know which one it is. Oh, this is so cute and small. It's the Constitution. It's literally less than $2. I thought it was gonna be like a pamphlet size, but this is so cute. I just didn't have this, so I wanted it. It's so cute. I think I'm gonna get one of these for my entire family. Anyway. And then the other day I bought some spooky season classics because I want to get them read in October. There's one more, it's not in yet, but we have Frankenstein and Dracula. I feel like these are the most obvious classics, so I want to get these read first. And then I also bought the vampire compilation because it's the first vampire story, so I want to read that one as well. Although I think this has the vampire in the back. I feel like I read that somewhere. I could be making that up though. Yeah, page 237. There it is, page 243. 1, 2. Oh, no, it's just talking about him. Oh, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 pages. Very short story. Anyway, which means Frankenstein is like 200 pages. Probably. But yeah, I will be reading this and this month for sure. I really want to read this one because I have this book that I bought years ago at a Goodwill called Dracula in Love. I don't know if it has to do with the actual story, so I want to read the actual story before I get into this. And I want to finally read it this year because, again, we're on a mission to wipe down my physical TBR, which I know what you're thinking. You just added 2, technically 3, because that other book's not here yet. Books, but this is like, with classics, it's a little different because I'm not going to buy them all at once. I'll buy like 2 or 3, read them, and then buy the next set. And I had to buy these now because it's already October. Whereas everything else, even the like spooky season stuff, they don't feel October to me. They feel November, December, because, especially November, because they feel cold, and it's not cold yet. To be fair, it's never really cold here, but you know, you get what I mean. So I have these 2 to add to my physical TBR. I love these versions of most of the books. But yeah, I also love the idea. I don't do this with my regular collection because I have OCD with my regular collection, but with my classics and nonfictions, I love having them have different covers so they're not all the exact same, and having them at different heights and different varieties and stuff, so it just looks jumbled. There's just something so satisfying about it for my nonfictions and my classics. For my regular books, nah, you can't do that. So again, ignore the mess. But I can do what I want until this is all cleaned up. But I'm thinking of moving all of this to this side and just flat against this wall rather than in the corner, and moving the bed centered because I hate having it against the wall. But I also don't love having it centered because then I usually sleep on this side, although I'll probably end up sleeping on that side if I center it, because then this side will be in front of the mirror and I can't sleep in front of a mirror. So I think that's going to be the next venture once storage is set up so that I can move all of this. Hello, it's 10:30. I'm about to go to sleep, do my Jesus challenge, go to sleep. I have my boxes of my books that came in that I need to start posting on TikTok Shop and my website. I think I'm going to start it off with like 1 or 2 copies on my website and the rest on TikTok Shop. and then start focusing on getting traction over there. I also think the way I'm gonna do this is do 1 minute of talking a day, because I saw someone do this where they're trying to do a minute of talking with no filler words. So I want to do that, but talking about books or talking about writing or something like that. So we'll see how this goes. It's 1:20. I have not really been working, which trying to remind myself is okay, because I get so stressed out about the fact that I'm not working, but I don't alleviate it with the work, because the stressing out, especially when the work is creative, so for writing would be creative, the stressing out clogs my brain so much that I'm like, well, now I can't work because now I can't even focus on the story. But I did start Dracula, and by start I mean I read the like introduction and the foreword and stuff. So I haven't actually started the book yet, but I'm excited. You know what's so funny? I'll be 26 tomorrow. I've gone 26 years without being spoiled. Isn't that crazy? Because this is one of the most popular stories in the world, and it's the most popular vampire story in the world, and I haven't been spoiled for it. I don't know anything about this other than it's about a vampire named Dracula. Like, that's literally all I know. So, and now because I read that introduction, I know that it's told in the form of like journals and correspondence and stuff. So I'm guessing it's not told narrative style, which is going to be interesting as well. But yeah, I have barely started this. I do also have my Kindle for Entreat Me, which I own the physical copy of this. So this will get physical books off my physical TBR. I also, the audiobook I'm listening to is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, because I kept not reading that trilogy, Dreamland Billionaires trilogy, and the Twisted Quartet, because I kept saying I'm gonna read it physically, and then I kept not reading it physically. So now I've given up, and I'm like, we're just gonna listen to the audiobooks. So far, like, I'm 6% in. I'm very, I listened to it last night right before going to sleep. I'm liking it so far. Here's the thing, contemporary romances, I love them, but also I prefer fantasy realm stuff, which is like this, like anything, like it could be urban fantasy, but I prefer fantasy realm, and I've always preferred it. So like my entire life I preferred that, while also loving the romance sections. So yeah, it's like, so for the next 7 books that I listen to on audio, I think it's gonna be the Dreamland Billionaires trilogy, which also I'm usually not a big fan of billionaire romances, so we'll see how this goes. But I still love the idea of what this one's about, like Dreamland being basically Disneyland. I love that. So it'll be that, and then it'll be the Twisted Quartet, and then that'll get $6 off my physical TBR, because I don't own Terms and Conditions Book 2 in the Dreamland series. I don't own it, but that'll get $6 off my physical TBR, which is now at 93 because the 3 classics I bought shot it back up. And then as I read this and this, it'll go down some more. Also, in this time that I've been stressing and writing in my notebook a little bit, like it's my dump notebook, I've been thinking about the fact that I've been thinking about this these past few days, on how I love having diverse income sources, because the idea of having anything coming from one is like anxiety ridden. But at the same time, when you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. So when I spread myself into all of these different genres as in like categories of careers, I'm actually not growing in any of them, because I'm not actually participating and truly putting in the work that's required for any of them. So I don't know. Real estate is the most expensive one, because you have to pay your annual dues, which are, depending, I say $1,000 to $1,500 for annual dues, which I already paid mine earlier this year, so I won't have to pay mine again until April, March, sometime next year. So there's those, but then there's also the monthly dues for your Supra, which I might cancel my Supra because I have not been using it. And the last like quite a few open houses I've done, they've not asked for a Supra. But here's the thing, the second I cancel my Supra, someone's gonna be like, okay, it's a Supra. It's gonna piss me off. So the Supra's $23-ish a month, and then my monthly office dues are $185. So a little under $210 a month on that. So it's a little over $2,400 a year. So basically around $4,000 a year you have to pay for the bare minimum ish for real estate. So that one is like, well, you want to make some money because you're spending $4,000 on it. But I don't know, but like the Pilates is the one I'm focusing on technically right now because it's my family's business. So I want them to succeed. I want them to break even and start profiting. But at the same time, like, I'm not making any money, so I can't progress in my goals in my life and stuff. And then books, I've lost this spark that I used to have. So back in 2022, because I technically published in 2021, so I was posting videos on it in 2021, but mostly in 2022 because I had more books published, and I was like, it was my first actual year because I published for late 2021. 2022, I was posting multiple videos a day, and I was just like, cool if they were doing poorly and stuff. And just now I lost that spark of it where I'm posting a bunch of videos or anything. So now it's like, if I can get myself to do one a day for a week, it's the biggest accomplishment. So obviously it's reflecting in my sales because I'm not getting any sales. But at the same time, it's hard because like, it's hard to stay motivated when you are doing all that work and you're still not getting any sales. Because what was it, in August or something? We have the videos here where I did that month of posting a ton of videos on a ton of different social medias and stuff, and no traction came off of it. I don't know, it's hard. I did start today. I saw this video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, of this girl just randomly. She was like, on TikTok, she's like, for 1 minute I'm gonna speak without filler words. So I want to do that in general, just to stop speaking with filler words, but also because I feel like it'll help me speak about my books. So I did the introductory video today for both my other TikTok. I did it for my Pilates TikTok too, for both my other TikToks. And I'm gonna do it where, especially for the other TikToks, where sometimes it's gonna be that 1 minute, no filler words, talking about my books. Sometimes it'll be talking about books I'm reading. Sometimes it'll be just talking about personal life. Like tomorrow, I'll probably make one about my birthday. I do want to do them holding up the books though. So I can't film those until I get home because I have my physical copies at home. Also, I got the 60 copies in yesterday. I think maybe like 8 of them were damaged, and they weren't, for the most part, most of them weren't crazy damaged. So I still need to take pictures and stuff, send it to Amazon and be like, hey. Oh, a few of them though, I don't have my laptop with me. I need to go back and check this because all the winds catching sunlight were misprinted. It was like edged to that side. And all the ashes catching daybreak were misprinted. So all the yellow books were misprinted slightly. So I don't know, because I think one of them is my fault, but I'm not sure. It's gonna bother me. It bothers me that they're all misprinted. I'm not sure though. So we're gonna have to see, because one of them wasn't, by the way. One of the winds one wasn't misprinted. And I think maybe 1 or 2 of the ashes ones weren't misprinted. So, I don't know. But yeah, the whole spiel I was just going on was to say I'm definitely spreading myself in all these careers to the point where I can't actually focus on any of them. And it's all because I know what it's because of. And I hate that this is what it's because of, but it's why. It's because I feel guilty constantly that my mom works like 60 hours a week and she has so much debt that she has to pay, and she still don't want like paying for our house and like our food and stuff that we all live at. And yes, the debt for the some of it, not all of it, is purely because she just spent money incorrectly, and she has taken responsibility for that, and she like understands, and she's fully on this thing to pay it all back. But still, it's like she works a ton, she has all this debt that she has to pay off, but because she has all that debt to pay off and she's working all the time, it makes me feel super guilty all of the time if I ever am not working. Like if I'm not working 60 hours as well, I'm like, well, like I should be, basically. Which is crazy because no matter what I do right now, other than one, okay, hold on. For the most part, no matter what I do right now, it's not really gonna change the money I'm making. Like Pilates, not gonna change at all, because all I can really do is teach the classes. People have to book them. And we are gonna probably, next week I go to Boston, so maybe not next week, but soon we're gonna all come in and film a bunch of videos to really start the social media aspect, so that we don't have to pay for a marketer, we can do it. And I can definitely do it for the studio once we have the footage, but we don't have any of the footage yet. So we're gonna do that. But like other than that, there isn't really much else I can do for the studio. For my books, really the only big thing that putting more time would do was putting more time into marketing, because the writing aspect really ends up being a creativity thing. Like if I'm feeling really creative, it can work, but if I'm not, it's just not gonna happen. Like today, my goal was to do 3 scenes, and the next 3 scenes, if I don't go backwards, the next 3 scenes are all edits. They're kind of heavy edits, so they're like long scenes, but they're all edits, and I'm still like not feeling in it, you know? And then real estate, the only thing I could think of for real estate would be doing more open houses, but that would also be, I have to find people who are okay with me doing an open house on like a Saturday or Sunday that fits into my schedule, but also doing an open house on like other days. So it would really be that or cold calling. But I don't really know how to cold call, because like where do you get those contacts from, you know? So yes, so I'm like very like accountable. I understand that there's definitely things I could do to really push myself, especially in real estate, because in the marketing scheme for my books, I don't care what anybody, I promise you I don't care what anybody says, it's 100% on luck, because I have had videos do well, and not that many, but I've had videos do well, and therefore my books do well. It's purely on luck. There's no way to mimic it. I've mimicked the exact videos that have done well, and it doesn't do well the same. It doesn't do it the same way, you know? So purely based on luck, purely based on put out 7 million videos, and hopefully 2 of them will do well. So I understand that. But I think it's also like, even if I were working 60 hours, because I'm not making money from it, I would still feel guilty, because now I'm feeling like the work is basically just a hobby. It's just basically me playing, because I'm not making money from it. And this, by the way, is all in my head, because my mom doesn't say this to me at all. My mom doesn't think that. It's just my head. So what I need is my mom to be basically debt-free. She doesn't have to be completely debt-free, basically debt-free, so that she doesn't have to work 60 hours. She could work like 40 hours, like normal, because basically she's a home health nurse, so she drives around. So she's an independent contractor, basically, so she can decide her own schedule. So yeah, basically what I need is for my mom to have a healthy relationship with work, so that I can also not feel guilty. So far. I'm watching the play for A Woman of No Importance by Oscar Wilde, because I have the compilation of Oscar Wilde's plays, so trying to get through it to get my TBR stacked down. And I couldn't find an audiobook of this that was correct, because I was trying to listen to the audiobook yesterday, and it was skipping half of the words. So I was like, you know what, I'll just watch the play. This sucks. This is the worst. It shouldn't be called A Woman of No Importance. It should be called The Gaslighting Bitch. Okay? Oh my god, I hate her. And then this oh my god, the American they have here, I don't know if it's just this actor, because I think she's doing a good job, but I don't know if it's just this actor or if that's what the character is supposed to sound like. Oh my god. This is so bad. Thank god it's only 2 hours, like watching a movie. But it should be called the gaslighting bitch. The insecure, selfish, gaslighting bitch. It should not be called it is a woman of no importance, because she's not important. She's a bitch. Hello. I don't feel like turning on the lights, so I've had this light on as my little bit. I just finished my class. It's about to be 7 p.m. Just finished my class. I actually had one person booked for each class. Well, the person booked for my 7 p.m. is a regular that I have. And when I saw her name, I was like, oh, she's gonna come at 6. Because she checks to see how many people are in the classes. She doesn't, I'm understandably so. She doesn't like taking a class by herself. So but we have a cutoff period for like when you can book. So what I assumed was she missed the cutoff period, so she just booked herself into 7 and then came at 6. And that's exactly what happened. I was like, I know my girl. But it also kind of sucks. Why did this get dark all of a sudden? It also kind of sucks because she's Italian. So she will be leaving in a month. So I won't see her. I mean, I'll probably see her again when she comes back, because she works for a prominent company. I'm not going to name it, but she works for a prominent company. So she will probably have to keep coming back. Yeah. Happy birthday to me. Happy Saturday. I just got back from the pet adoption thing that I was doing with my real estate office. Came back with a free coffee and some treats that we had left over, so they just let me take. But we are in my room. We're gonna take all this stuff over to the other side of the house because it's gonna go in storage, I think, tomorrow. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna take all my books, this is gonna take a while, over to my brother's room across the hall, so that we can move these bookshelves over here, just get them out of the way, and then move my bed center, and then move the bookshelves to that side of the room, so that could just be a flat wall of shelves and my bed in the center. And then my sheets and everything came in today, so I'm gonna be washing those, redoing my bed. So yeah, just taking everything out of the room and then bringing it all back, basically, is what I'm doing for my birthday. Also, I am not a croc girly. These are my mom's, but really working out for how bad my feet hurt. And by feet, I mean literally just the big toes on both of my feet, but whatever. The nail on my left is definitely coming off. It's like slowly starting to peel. I think the right is also gonna peel off, because the right one is the one that really hurts now. So, but I like the outfit otherwise. It's very cute. This my brother was getting rid of, so because it's small on him, so I took it. It's very cute. It's very me, not the Crocs, everything else. You know what's weird about my toe pain, the right toe pain, is when I'm walking and I'm like moving and stuff, it actually doesn't really hurt. It's when I'm sitting or standing still or anything that the pain starts to come. So it's like really forcing me. I mean, I have to move anyway, but it's really forcing me to move, because it doesn't really hurt if I'm moving. It's so weird. I forgot to film before I started emptying those, but we are emptying the shelves. All right, this is the aftermath of it in my brother's room. Those are not mine, but these are all mine. And here are the shelves. All right, so I've cleaned them so far. I have some of the books here. I think I'm gonna start organizing before I go get more books though. I've been at this for about 3.5 hours, so we're not doing too poorly. I think it's going pretty well. Everyone who keeps walking in here says the room looks bigger, which is funny. Happy Sunday. I just got back from church. I have like this cheese bread thing that I'm gonna eat. My room is mostly clean. It's not fully there yet, but it's mostly clean. And then, honestly, I like it so much better like this. We've got the shelves. I put my cookbooks up there this time. We have some empty spaces. which will fill up very fast with the like 60 books that I don't own but I want to. I have my books down here that I want to sell. And then these 3 stacks are books I want to sell or go to free libraries. These are books that I own that, well, these are duplicate copies. These are books that I own that I don't actually plan on reading, but I don't want to get rid of. So they're going to go into storage.